something profound is happening in the heart and mind of your person right now. They are beginning to perceive you through an entirely different lens, one that reveals layers of your being they had never fully appreciated before. This new vision goes far beyond the surface, far beyond the physical attraction that initially drew them to you, though that magnetism remains undeniable and powerful. What is emerging now is a recognition of something far more substantial and enduring. They are seeing the wisdom that lives within you, the kind of wisdom that cannot be taught in classrooms or learned from books, but rather comes from lived experience, from facing life's challenges with grace, and from walking through darkness while keeping your inner light burning bright. Your person is also awakening to the incredible strength that forms the very foundation of your character. This is not the kind of strength that needs to announce itself or prove anything to anyone. It is the quiet, unshakable strength of someone who knows their worth, who has fought their battles, and who has emerged not hardened by life's trials but refined by them. To your person, you are rapidly becoming someone who commands both admiration and deep respect. They see you as an inspiring presence, someone whose very existence challenges them to reach higher and dig deeper within themselves. You have become, in their eyes, a person who cannot be easily swayed by the winds of external opinion or the shifting tides of popular consensus. What truly captivates them is witnessing how you stand firmly rooted in your truth. You are not someone who wavers when others question your choices or doubt your path. Instead, you have cultivated an inner certainty that guides your decisions and shapes your life. They observe how you set boundaries without apology, how you refuse to negotiate your standards, and how you will not settle for anything less than what genuinely honors your worth and aligns with your values. This aura of self-respect that emanates from you, combined with a self-confidence that is neither arrogant nor insecure but simply assured, creates a magnetic field around you that is pulling your person toward you with a force they cannot fully comprehend or resist. What truly mesmerizes your person is the realization that you are not someone who simply follows the well-worn paths that others have created. You do not chase after trends blindly, molding yourself into whatever shape the world demands at any given moment. You are not interested in fitting into boxes that were never designed for someone of your depth and complexity. Instead, you carve out your own unique path through life, setting standards that reflect your personal values rather than borrowed ideals, and living according to principles that honor your authentic self rather than a persona created to please others. This rare quality of genuine individuality commands their admiration perhaps more than any other aspect of your being, because it reflects a courage that is increasingly uncommon in our modern world. In an age where so many people hide behind carefully constructed social media personas, where authenticity is often sacrificed at the altar of likes and approval, where individuals chase superficial validation from strangers while neglecting their own inner compass, you stand out like a beacon of truth. You shine brilliantly as someone who has done the difficult inner work of discovering who you truly are beneath all the layers of conditioning and expectation, and you possess the remarkable courage to show that authentic self to the world without apology or pretense. This kind of grounded, authentic energy does not merely inspire respect in others. It awakens something far more profound. It stirs a longing within your person to elevate themselves, to rise to meet you at the level where you naturally exist. They feel called to shed their own masks, to release their own fears of judgment, and to step into a more honest version of themselves. Your authenticity becomes a mirror that reflects back to them their own potential for transformation and growth. At the same time, your independence and evident strength trigger something deeply protective within your person. This might seem contradictory at first glance. After all, you have made it abundantly clear through your actions and your energy that you do not need anyone to rescue you or fight your battles for you. You are more than capable of navigating life's challenges on your own, of standing your ground when necessary, and of handling whatever obstacles appear on your path. Yet it is precisely this self-sufficiency that paradoxically makes your person want to stand beside you even more intensely. Their desire is not rooted in any belief that you are helpless or in need of saving. Rather, it comes from a profound wish to be the steady, supportive presence in your life who ensures that you never have to face difficulties in isolation. They want to be your partner in strength, not because you lack strength yourself, but because they recognize that even the strongest among us are enriched by having someone who chooses to walk alongside us. They feel an almost instinctive, primal urge to be your shield when storms arise, your confidant when you need to process your thoughts, and your cheerleader when you are reaching for new heights. This is someone who not only deeply admires your resilience but who also genuinely wants to contribute to it in meaningful ways, to add their strength to yours so that together you become something even more powerful than either of you could be alone. For many of you receiving this message, there may be a sense that you are waiting, watching, and holding space for this person to fully step into their true power. It is as though you possess a kind of spiritual vision that allows you to perceive their potential even when they cannot yet see it themselves. You can sense the emperor energy lying dormant within them, the natural leadership and confidence that is waiting to emerge from beneath layers of doubt, fear, and conditioning. You know in your bones that once they finally claim this aspect of themselves and step fully into that empowered role, they will no longer seek or require the approval and validation of others to feel worthy or certain of their path. You envision a version of them that moves through life with a confidence that flows from an internal wellspring rather than from external affirmation. You see them pursuing their desires and goals with boldness, making decisions without second-guessing themselves into paralysis, and taking action rather than remaining trapped in cycles of hesitation and uncertainty. This is the version of them that you are patiently holding space for, the version you believe in even when they struggle to believe in themselves. You are waiting for them to recognize their own magnificence, to embrace their power, and to stop dimming their light to make others comfortable. What is extraordinary is that your person, whether they are consciously aware of this dynamic or it is unfolding in the deeper, subconscious layers of their psyche, is beginning to understand this truth. They are starting to recognize that your attraction to them is not based on superficial qualities or material possessions. You are not impressed by flashy displays of wealth or smooth-talking charm that lacks substance. Instead, what draws you to them exists at a much deeper level. You are attracted to qualities like decisiveness, natural leadership ability, and the capacity to take control of one's own life and destiny. They are coming to see that you are drawn to someone who knows what they want with clarity, who can articulate their desires without shame or hesitation, and who possesses the courage to take charge of their circumstances rather than playing the victim to life's challenges. This growing awareness has catalyzed a period of deep reflection within your person. They are examining their own behavior and patterns with newfound honesty. They are identifying the areas where they have been falling short of the person they could be, the moments when they have chosen comfort over growth, and the aspects of their character that still need development and strengthening. In many profound ways, your presence in their life and your connection with them has become a mirror. This mirror reflects not only the strength, confidence, and authenticity that you embody, but also illuminates the strength and potential within them that they have yet to fully claim and activate. The presence of the Ace of Pentacles alongside the Two of Cups in this reading carries tremendous significance and points to the transformative nature of this journey you are both on. The Ace of Pentacles arrives as a herald of fresh starts and new opportunities. It represents a seed of potential that has been planted in fertile ground, ready to be nurtured and cultivated into something stable, tangible, and enduring. This card suggests that your connection is transitioning into a new phase of development, one that promises to bring both material stability and emotional fulfillment into your shared experience. The Ace of Pentacles is that initial spark of inspiration, that moment of clarity when you suddenly see the path forward after a long period of confusion or stagnation. It serves as a powerful reminder that new beginnings are not only possible but are also deeply rewarding when they are tended to with genuine care, conscious intention, and sustained effort. This energy speaks of building something real in the physical world, something you can touch and experience, not just dream about or hope for. The Two of Cups, on the other hand, illuminates the emotional and spiritual dimensions of your bond. This card speaks the language of true partnership, of harmony between two individuals who see and accept each other fully, and of mutual love that flows freely in both directions. It represents far more than simple attraction or surface-level chemistry. The Two of Cups symbolizes a deeper union, a sacred coming together of two souls who recognize each other at the deepest levels and who are genuinely willing to share life's journey side by side, through the beautiful moments and the challenging ones alike. When these two powerful energies appear together in a reading, when the Ace of Pentacles pairs with the Two of Cups, the message becomes crystal clear and deeply encouraging. Your relationship is being divinely guided toward a more grounded, committed, and mature expression. This is no longer about fleeting emotions that change with the wind or uncertain desires that shift based on circumstances. This is about consciously and intentionally building something real together, something sustainable that can weather storms, something that possesses the strength and foundation to withstand the inevitable tests that time and life will present. Together, these energies reveal that your person is steadily moving toward a place of readiness. They are preparing to release the fear that has held them back, to let go of the hesitation that has prevented them from fully committing, and to free themselves from the exhausting need for outside approval and validation. They are beginning to courageously embrace the truth of who they are at their core and what they genuinely want for their life. And what they want, what their soul is calling out for, is you. They are coming to understand that being with you requires far more than passive admiration from a distance. It demands action, follow-through, genuine commitment, and the courage to step fully into their own power without holding back. You, in turn, have played an absolutely vital role in catalyzing this awakening within them. By consistently standing firmly in your own truth and refusing to compromise your core values for anyone or anything, you have provided them with a living example of what real strength actually looks like in practice. You have become simultaneously a guide who shows the way and an inspiration that ignites their own inner fire. And you have accomplished this not through lecturing, demanding, manipulating, or trying to force change, but simply by being authentically, unapologetically yourself in every moment. By living your truth so consistently, you have created a sacred space for your person to rise, to meet you where you are, and to grow into the highest version of themselves that you have always known they were capable of becoming. Your very existence in their life serves as an invitation to transformation. You did not set out to change them, yet your presence has changed everything about how they see themselves and what they believe is possible for their life. This journey you are both on is about so much more than romance or relationship in the conventional sense. This is a story of profound transformation, of empowerment, and of the creation of a partnership that is built on the unshakable foundations of respect, genuine admiration, and deep, abiding love. The path ahead is opening before you both like a flower blooming after a long winter. With this opening comes the promise of renewal, the gift of stability, and the potential for the kind of soul-level connection that fundamentally changes both individuals for the better, that helps each person become more of who they were always meant to be. Over the past several days and weeks, I have found myself thinking about us almost constantly. Thoughts of you, memories of our moments together, and contemplation of our shared journey keep circling through my mind like a sacred mantra I cannot stop repeating. With each reflection, with each time I turn our story over in my mind and examine it from a new angle, I come to realize more and more just how profoundly meaningful this connection truly is to me. This is not infatuation or temporary obsession. This is recognition. This is my soul acknowledging yours. I am fully aware that our story has not followed a perfect, fairy tale trajectory. In fact, if I am being completely honest, it has been far from the ideal picture that many people might imagine when they think of destined love. We experienced a rocky beginning that was filled with uncertainty, misunderstandings, and significant challenges. At times, it might have even felt as though the universe itself was working against us, as though every step forward was met with 2 steps backward. But when I consciously step back and view our journey from a higher, more expansive perspective, I cannot help but feel in the deepest part of my being that everything we have gone through together has been divinely guided and orchestrated. Every unexpected twist in our path, every frustrating delay that made us wait when we wanted to move forward, every moment of difficulty that tested our faith and patience, all of it seems like it was perfectly designed to shape us, to prepare us for what is coming, and to lead us exactly to where we stand today. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every challenge served a purpose in our individual and collective evolution. I have always held the belief that everything happens for a reason, that there is a higher intelligence weaving the threads of our lives into patterns we cannot always perceive in the moment. And with you, that belief feels more real, more tangible, and more undeniable than it ever has before. When we first met, I must confess, I was not ready for what was about to unfold. I was not fully prepared for the magnitude of what was about to enter my life and turn everything upside down. Perhaps I did not even grasp the true significance of our meeting at that time. But now, looking back with the clarity that only time and reflection can provide, I see it all so clearly. You did not simply wander into my life by random coincidence or chance encounter. You entered my world at a precise moment when I needed you most, even though I was completely unaware of that need at the time. Meeting you felt like a profound awakening, as though you reached out and touched something deep within the core of my being that had been lying dormant for years, patiently waiting in the darkness for exactly the right spark to bring it back to life. You stirred emotions I thought I had successfully buried, awakened dreams I had convinced myself to abandon, and reignited hopes I believed had been extinguished long ago. It is as if you reached into the quietest, most hidden chambers of my heart and soul, the places I had locked away and thrown away the key, and you reminded me of who I really am beneath all the armor and defensiveness. You showed me what I truly want for my life, not what I have been conditioned to want, not what others expect me to want, but what my soul genuinely craves. That is why I know with absolute certainty in the deepest part of my heart that what we share is not ordinary or common or easily replicated. This is not something that can be logically explained away as mere chance or dismissed as fleeting physical attraction that will fade with time. There exists a profound depth to this connection between us, something that transcends the physical realm and touches the spiritual. I believe you feel it too. It is the kind of soul-level bond that pulls at you persistently even when you consciously try to ignore it or push it away. It is the kind of connection that whispers to your soul in quiet moments, reminding you that this person, this love, this bond is fundamentally different from anything you have experienced before. You mean so much more to me than I could ever fully express through the limited medium of words. Beyond the undeniable physical desire, beyond the moments when I simply want to be in your presence and share your space, I carry within me a deep admiration and profound respect for who you are as a complete person. Your presence in my life has not only captured my heart completely, but it has also inspired me to want to become better, to rise to a higher version of myself, to shed the parts of me that no longer serve my growth. That is something I have been actively working on every single day. I am committed to becoming a better man, a stronger partner, a more conscious and aware human being. I refuse to come into your life half prepared, unable or unwilling to give you the love, stability, commitment, and support that you genuinely deserve. I want to bring the absolute best version of myself to you because you are worth nothing less than that. You deserve someone who matches your energy, your dedication, your depth. So I have been looking inward with brutal honesty, challenging myself to face the shadows I have avoided, examining my patterns and behaviors with unflinching awareness, and making concrete changes that will allow me to stand confidently by your side with strength, patience, integrity, and emotional maturity. I want to be someone who not only loves you with passion and tenderness, but who also consistently supports you in pursuing your dreams, uplifts you when life weighs heavy on your shoulders, and grows alongside you as we both evolve. I want to be your safe harbor in the storm, your trusted partner in building a life, and your greatest cheerleader as you reach for everything your heart desires.